udara ruchira smita sovitani.
Hai Parha Hai Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandana iti.
He Partha he Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandana iti.
Samjalpitani Naradeva Hridi Sprishyani.
Sanjalpitani Naradeva Vivisprisani.
Smartur Lutanti Hridyamama Madhavasya.
Smartu Lutam Hridaya Mama Madhavasya. Narmani udara ruchira smita suvitani.
Narmani udarani ruchira smita sopitani.
He Partha he Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandaneti.
He Partha he Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandaneti.
Sanjalpitani Naradeva Hridis Prishani.
Sanjalpitani Naradeva Hridis Prishani.
Smartulutanti Hridayam Mama Madhavasya.
Smartulutanti Hridayam Mama Madhavasya. Narmani Udara Ruchira Smita Shobitani.
Narmani udara ruchira smita suvitani.
He Partha he Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandaneti.
He Partha
Hai Arjuna Sakhe Kuru Nandana iti.
Sanjalpitani Naradeva Hridis Prishani.
Samjalpitani Naradeva Hridi Sprishyani.
Smartulutanti Hridayam Mama Madhavasya.
Smartulutanti Hridayam Mama Madhavasya. Narmani. Conversation and jokes.
Conversation and joke.
Udarani.
Udarani.
Talks very frankly.
Talk very frankly.
Ruchira.
Ruchira.
Pleasing.
Pleasing.
Smita Sobitani.
Smita.
Decorated with smiling face.
Decorated with a smiling face.
Hai.
Hi.
Note of address.
Note of the dress.
Pata.
Pata.
The son of Prita.
The son of Prita.
Hai.
Hi.
Note of address.
Note of address.
Arjuna.
Arjuna.
Of the name.
Of the name.
Sakhe.
Sakhe.
Friend.
Friend.
Kuru Nandana.
Kuru Nandanam.
Son of the Kuru dynasty.
Son of the Kuru dynasty.
Iti.
Iti.
And so on.
And so on.
Samjalpitam.
Sanjalpitam.
Such conversations.
Such conversation.
Naradeva.
Naradeva.
O the king.
O the king.
Hridi.
Didi.
Heart.
Heart.
Sprisanti.
Esprisanti.
Touching.
Touching.
Smartur.
Smartu.
By remembering them.
By remembering them.
Lutanti.
Lutanti.
Overwhelms.
Overwhelmed.
Hridayani.
Hridayani.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Mama.
Yama.
Mine.
Mind.
Madhavasya.
Madhavasya.
Of Madhava Krishna.
Of Madhava Krishna.
Translation. O the king, his conversation in jokes, which he talked very frankly, and was so pleasing and beautifully decorated with smiles, and his note of address unto me as O son of Pratap, O friend, O the son of the Kuru dynasty, and all such hearty dealings are now being remembered by me, and thus I am overwhelmed. Next. Saya sanatana vikatyana bhajana adishu.
Saya Sanatana Vikatana Bojanadishu.
Aikyad vayasya ritayant iti vipralabdha.
Agyat Vajasya Ritivaniti Vipralabdha.
Sakyusa keva pitriyatanayasya sarvam.
Sakyu Sakeva Pritritanasya Sarvam.
Sehe mahan mahitaya kumate agamme.
Sehe Mahan Mahitaya Kumate Ravame.
Sayasanatana vikatana bojanadishu.
Saya asanatana bhojana adishu.
Aikyad vayasya ritavam iti vipralabdha.
Aikyad vyasya ritayam iti vipralabdha.
Sakyu sakeva pitra tanasya tanayasya sarvam
Sakyu Sadeva Pritya Tanayasya Sarvam
sehem maham mahitaya bhutaneranme
Sehe Mahan Mahitaya Kumatera Game
Saya sanatana vikatana voyanadishu
Saya Sanatana Vikatyaya Bhojenadishu
Agyadvaya shakitva niti vipralabha
Akyad Vyasya Ritayaniti Vipralabdha
Sakya sakyava pritrita nashyasya sarvam
Sakyu Sadeva Pritya Tanayasya Sarvam
Sehemagan mahitaya kumateragame
Se Mahan Mahitaya Kumatera Game Saya
saya
sleeping in one bed
sleeping on bed
Asana
asana
sitting on one seat
sitting in one seat
Atana
atana
walking together
working together
Vikatyamnam
vikatyanam
self-adoration
self-adoration
Bhojana
bhojana
dining together
dining together
Adishu
adishu
and in all such dealings
such dealings
Akyat
agya
on account of oneness
on account of what
Vyasya
Vyasya,
oh my friend
oh my friend,
Ritavan
Ritavan,
truthful
fruitful,
Vipralabdha
Vidyalabdha,
misbehaved
misbehaved,
Sakya
Sakya,
unto a friend
unto a friend,
Sakheva
Sakeva,
just like a friend
just like a friend,
Pitrivat
Pitriva,
just like the father
just like
Tanumanya
a father,
Tanayasya
Tanayasya,
of the child
of the child,
Sarvam
Sarvam,
all
all,
Sehe
Sehe,
tolerated
tolerated,
Mahan
Maha,
great
great,
Mahinatya Mahitaya
Mahidaya,
by glories
my Lord,
Kumater
Kumate,
of one who is of low mentality
or one who is low mentality,
Me
may,
mine
mine.
Translation Generally both of us used to live together in the matter of sleeping, sitting, loitering and at the time of advertising oneself for acts of chivalry. Sometimes, if there was any irregularity, I used to reproach him by saying, "My friend, you are very truthful. Even in those hours of minimizing his value, the Supreme Soul, as he is, he used to tolerate all those utterings of mine, excusing me exactly like a true friend does to a friend, does to a true friend, or the father does to his son." Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, being all perfect, his transcendental pastimes with his pure devotees never lacked in any respect, either as a friend, son, or lover. The Lord relishes reproaches of friends, parents, or fiancés more palatably than the Vedic hymns, which are offered to him by great learned scholars and religionists in an official fashion. Om Agyan Tirinandasya Yana Jana Shalakayam Chakshunam Vinitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto his lotus feet. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Jai. So, there is no inebriety or no lacking in Krishna's relationships. They're full of ananda, full of pleasure. Here in this world, the relationships will become frustrated to the point where we come to the conclusion that all relationships are nonsense. One should simply mind his own business. Prabhupada talks about this in the 4th chapter in the Bhagavad Gita. And one develops a fear of personal identity. What is that personal identity of every conditioned soul, or every soul? Devotional service. Lord Chaitanya defines the soul as eternal servant of Krishna. So that we cannot give up. That is foolishness. If you want to give that up, we cannot, because that's who we are. We're made of individuality, if you want to call it like that. Actually, the soul is never created. It is eternally individual. So at the stage of a pure state, we can engage in devotional service 100%. So Krishna is not attracted by the prayers offered by learned scholars and religionists, because they recite these prayers in an official manner, without any feeling. So they treat Krishna very, very respectfully, but actually they have no love. But all these intimate associates of Krishna, who play with Krishna as friends, relatives, or even lovers, sometimes they behave in a seemingly disrespectful way to Krishna. A little disrespect. When Krishna showed the universal form to Arjuna, Arjuna became horrified, and he was very much lamenting. "Oh my Lord, please forgive me. I have called you Yadava, I have called you Govinda, I have called you Krishna. I thought that you are my friend, like an ordinary friend. I could not conceive that you could manifest a form exhibiting all the universes. In that form there were included all the universes. Whatever you wanted, you could see there." So sometimes it is like that. That his devotees, Krishna's devotees, under the spell of Yoga Maya, they forget that Krishna is God. And that gives Krishna the greatest pleasure. Krishna does not enjoy being a controller. It's actually not a very pleasurable position to be a controller. There's a lot of responsibility. And one cannot relate to anyone else. Right? We want to relate, we want someone to understand us. So Krishna doesn't like that. What he likes is to become a servant of his devotees. Just like us, we always want to be a servant. When we control, it is just to accomplish some service. We can serve. We're competing. Yeah. There was some politician, and someone wanted to see this politician, so he came to his office. And he told his secretary, "Please, can I speak with this person, with this politician?" So the secretary said, "Oh, yes, but not right away, he's busy. You wait." So he was waiting 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But then ultimately, he just walked into his office. what is going on? This is ridiculous. Let me go in. And then he saw the politician is imitating a horse walking on his fore, and his little grandson is sitting on his back and doing yo, 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 like that. And he's moving all over the room. So even a big politician, the big president or whatever, even he wants to serve. Even he wants to serve, that he cannot give up. So Krishna also, he becomes so enchanted by his devotees that he also wants to taste this bliss of service. It's actually very blissful, this service to Krishna. So when Krishna incarnates as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is for the reason of tasting an ecstasy devotees are feeling for him. Krishna becomes curious. He can't help it. So he wants to taste it himself. That is the confidential reason why Lord Chaitanya visited this earth planet. The ecstasy of service is so high that sometimes a devotee, he faints. There was a servant of Krishna, his name is Daruka. Daruka would sometimes drive the chariot, and sometimes he would fan Krishna. He would be very expert in all fields of service. So one time he was fanning Krishna, and he started to faint out of ecstasy. But instead of fainting and so-called enjoying the ecstasy, he checked, he suppressed, just so he can finish his service to Krishna. These are the dealings. Anya bilasita shunyam. No material desire, not even a pinch of personal self-interest. This is devotional service. Everything for Krishna, nothing for me. If I lose everything for Krishna, that is very good. And if I gain anything, if I gain everything, then if Krishna is not involved, that is not very interesting for me. So Arjuna is remembering Krishna. Krishna is now departed, but Arjuna is still remembering. And he's telling Maharaj Yudhishthira about all these different pastimes. This is another feature of the devotee. He's constantly engaged in glorifying the Lord. He's not glorifying anything else or anyone else. Dusyanti charamanti cha. When devotees, they sit down together, they share their realizations about Krishna. Share their appreciation of Krishna. This is how devotees associate together. Rupa Goswami defines association as revealing one's mind and inquiring confidentially. So the two must go on simultaneously. There must be inquiry, inquisitiveness. Shukara Goswami was also, Maharaj Parikshit was also inquiring from Shukara Goswami. Shukara Goswami was narrating the Bhagavatam. He was also enjoying. Krishna Katha. It's not that someone is simply asking and he's getting all the pleasure, but the speaker, no, the speaker also. He derives great pleasure by discussing about Krishna. This creates a spiritual atmosphere, this Krishna Katha. Even Prabhupada said you can have big temple. If there's no Krishna Katha, the temple, it's all going to be diminished. Consider it like the life force of the movement. So, this shows you that you can meditate on Krishna even in his absence. Actually, that meditation is more elevated than directly meeting Krishna. Sometimes Krishna does that to his devotees, that he disappears on purpose just to increase their feelings of devotion to him. So again, Krishna departed and he left Arjuna behind. Now Arjuna is remembering how intimate his relationship with Krishna was. Any questions?
Entonces el alma ya está creada o la crea. O sea, ¿quién hace? O sea, ¿hay almas nuevas? O el alma siempre existe.
All if the spirit soul is already created.
Already what?
Created.
It's not created. The soul is not created. No beginning. Krishna exists eternally and we exist eternally with him. You know, they say that God created a man. So that refers to the body. The body is created at one point, but the soul is eternal. When we go back home, back to Godhead, we remain with Krishna, but our position is always minute. We're always minute. So that's why we have the tendency to be covered. Krishna can never become covered because he's great. He's so great. He's all over the place. But we're tiny souls, and that's why sometimes we become covered by his inferior energy, by Maya. But in both cases, we remain servants of Krishna.
Ayer hablamos de que existen las tendencias de dormir, de comer y tener.
What is the question?
Yes, she was explaining to that if this is the only planet who one can fall down
No.
into Maya or also the celestial planets.
No, all of them are Maya. The demigods are also in Maya. Everyone, the whole material world, they're all in Maya. Everyone is fallen in this world. This world is like a prison. So in a prison you have also different types of cells. Someone who does some tax fraud, his cell is not so strictly guarded. He might have a even computer there. But a serial murderer, I was watching the other day, in Russia, there's some really tough prison for such criminals that they killed like 100 people. So they can't even move. They have different types of prison cells. Similarly, in the material world, you might have heavenly planets where the prison is not so heavy, or you can have the hellish planets where the suffering is tremendous. But all of them are prison. Because there's birth, there's death, there's old age, and there's disease. Even you might enjoy like a demigod when the period is exhausted, and you have to come down to the lower planets. Only in the spiritual world there is no Maya, because in the spiritual world everyone is serving Krishna 100%. Jagannath Prabhu is online. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Anything else?
For example, this position of the Sakya rasa, these different rasas can be like mixed, like for example, I don't know, Vatsalya, Sakya, and it can be an experience like
Yes,
Sakya
yes.
also.
Yes, yeah. Just like Balaram, he has a friendly relationship with Krishna, but at the same time parental. He's an elder brother, so he's always checking on Krishna, trying to protect him. That is the mood of Lord Balaram. He feels responsible. It's my younger brother, this Krishna. Let me check if everything is okay. Is he doing alright? So definitely, yeah, that different varieties, different subdivisions of these rasas and everything. Everything is very nicely explained in this book, Nectar of Devotion. That's specifically on this topic, Nectar of Devotion. Right. Anything else? Krantaraj Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.
Namo Vishnu Krishna Bhutani, Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ramana Namaste Saraswati Devi Guru Mani Virajari Navir Vishesha Shunamari Paschali Krishna.
Thank you for watching, Prabhus. If you like the video, please subscribe. Hare Krishna.